Hey there, finance fans. Let's talk about BRICS. No, not those colorful building blocks. I'm talking about Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. They're like the varsity team of emerging economies, and they're tired of playing by the West's rules. So, they're launching their own payment system, BRICS Pay. It's a bold move, folks, with the potential to shake up the global financial order. Think of it as a digital escape route from the dollar's iron grip. BRICS Pay wants to make it easier for these countries to trade with each other without relying on the US dollar. It's like setting up a VIP lounge where they can make deals without the usual bouncer. That's the US, in case you're wondering, breathing down their necks. Now, the US isn't exactly thrilled about this whole BRICS Pay situation. They're used to calling the shots in global finance, and this new kid on the block is threatening to steal their thunder. But what exactly is BRICS Pay, and how does it work? Well, it's a unified payment system that allows these countries to conduct transactions in their local currencies. Imagine being able to travel from Brazil to China and pay for your coffee using the same app, without worrying about exchange rates or currency conversion fees. This could make trade and travel between these countries much smoother and more efficient. And it's not just about convenience. BRICS Pay could also strengthen economic ties and foster greater collaboration among these nations. By reducing their dependence on the US dollar, these countries can gain more control over their financial futures and create a more balanced global economy. So, keep an eye on BRICS Pay, folks. It might just be the game changer the world of finance has been waiting for. For decades, the US dollar has been the undisputed king of the global financial jungle. It's the currency of choice for international trade and investment, giving the US immense economic and political clout. But BRICS Pay, if successful, could chip away at that dominance. Imagine a world where countries can bypass the US-controlled SWIFT system for international transactions. That's what BRICS Pay is aiming for. It's like creating an alternative highway system for money to flow between countries, bypassing the usual toll booths. Read, US sanctions. This has the potential to reduce the effectiveness of US sanctions, a tool they've used frequently in the past to punish countries that don't play by their rules. Suddenly, those sanctions might not sting as much. Okay, enough with the metaphors. How does this BRICS Pay thing actually work? In a nutshell, it's a system that allows banks in BRICS countries to talk to each other directly for cross-border payments. Think of it like a WhatsApp group for banks, where they can send payment instructions without needing to go through the usual middlemen, like SWIFT. This could potentially make transactions faster and cheaper. They're also planning to roll out BRICS Pay cards, kind of like a global version of Visa or MasterCard, but specifically for BRICS nations. It's all about creating a financial ecosystem that operates independently of the US dollar. So, how is the US reacting to this potential threat to their financial dominance? Well, they're putting on a brave face, downplaying the significance of BRICS Pay. They're saying it's not a big deal, that it won't work, and that everyone should just calm down. But behind closed doors, you can bet they're sweating a little. They're watching BRICS Pay closely, trying to figure out how big of a threat it really poses. The US has a few options up its sleeve. They could try to pressure other countries not to use BRICS Pay, or they could slap sanctions on companies that do. But in a world that's increasingly multipolar, those tactics might not work as well as they used to. Section 5. The hurdles BRICS Pay must overcome. Now, before we declare the death of the dollar, let's be real. The dominance of the dollar has been built over decades, and it's not going to disappear overnight. The global financial system is deeply entrenched in the use of the dollar, and shifting away from it is a monumental task. BRICS Pay faces some serious challenges. These challenges are not just minor roadblocks, they are significant hurdles that require careful navigation and strategic planning. First off, getting 5 countries with different economic interests to agree on anything is like herding cats. Each country has its own priorities, economic policies, and political agendas, making consensus a difficult goal to achieve. It's messy, and there's a lot of hissing involved. Disagreements and conflicts are inevitable, and finding common ground requires patience and diplomacy. Then there are the technical hurdles. Developing a payment system that is not only robust but also secure and efficient is a massive undertaking. It involves cutting-edge technology and innovative solutions. Building a robust and secure global payment system from scratch is no walk in the park. It requires a coordinated effort from top-notch engineers, cybersecurity experts, and financial technologists. It requires massive investment, technological expertise, and a whole lot of trust between the participating countries. Trust is a crucial element, as any breach or failure could undermine the entire system. And let's not forget about the potential resistance from the existing financial order. The current financial institutions have a lot at stake and are likely to push back against any new system that threatens their dominance. Banks and financial institutions are creatures of habit. They have established processes and systems that have been in place for years, and changing them is not an easy task. They're not going to switch to a new system overnight, especially one that's seen as a challenge to the status quo. Convincing these institutions to adopt BRICS Pay will require demonstrating clear benefits and ensuring a smooth transition process. Section 6. A multipolar world order on the horizon. Despite the challenges, the emergence of BRICS Pay is a sign of the times. We're moving towards a more multipolar world, where power isn't concentrated in the hands of a few Western nations. Emerging economies like the BRICS nations are demanding a greater say in global affairs, and they're willing to flex their economic muscles to get it. BRICS Pay is just one example of this trend. If BRICS Pay gains traction, it could accelerate this shift towards a multipolar world order. It could embolden other countries to seek alternatives to the US-dominated financial system, leading to a more fragmented but potentially more balanced global economy. Section 7. Winners and losers in the BRICS Pay game. So, who stands to win and lose in this BRICS Pay game? The stakes are high, and the potential impacts are far-reaching. Well, the BRICS nations themselves are the obvious potential winners. By creating a unified payment system, they can strengthen their economic ties and foster greater cooperation. They get to reduce their dependence on the US dollar, gain greater control over their financial destinies, and boost their own currencies. This could lead to more stable economies and increased investor confidence within these nations. Countries in the global south, who often feel marginalized by the current financial system, might also benefit from a viable alternative. BRICS Pay could provide them with more equitable access to global markets and financial services. BRICS Pay could offer them a way to participate in international trade and finance on more favorable terms. This could lead to increased economic growth and development in these regions, fostering a more balanced global economy. On the flip side, the US dollar could see its dominance erode if BRICS Pay takes off. This shift could have significant implications for the global financial system. This could lead to a weaker dollar, higher interest rates for Americans, and a decline in US economic and political influence. The ripple effects could be felt across various sectors, from trade to geopolitics, altering the balance of power on the world stage. Section 8. The future of finance: collaboration or competition? The big question is, will the future of global finance be defined by collaboration or competition? Will we see a system where different payment networks coexist peacefully, or will it be a battle for supremacy between the US dollar and its challengers? The answer likely lies somewhere in between. We're likely to see a period of both competition and cooperation as countries and financial institutions navigate this new landscape. One thing is for sure, the global financial system is evolving, and BRICS Pay is a powerful symbol of that change. Whether it succeeds or fails, it's a sign that the old order is being challenged and a new, more multipolar world is emerging. Section 9. Conclusion: a new dawn for global finance. So there you have it, folks. BRICS Pay, a bold gamble, a potential game changer, and a clear sign that the tectonic plates of global finance are shifting. It's too early to say for sure whether this new payment system will succeed, but it's definitely one to watch. Will it usher in a new era of financial inclusion and a more equitable global economy? Or will it simply reshuffle the deck chairs on the Titanic? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, things are about to get interesting. Stay tuned.